Good morning. This is Nita, Miss Panda, and Mr. Kitty Blaze. He's hanging out under the porch with a timepiece garden. Alrighty. Today is the first day in like a week that I'm going to be home all day and can just do, home stuff. Yay! Where are we going to start? We're going to start with what I missed. The night I forgot to put the tools away, I also forgot to tie the tarps down. So that's where we're going to start because I need to keep my wood dry as we go into fall. From there, I'm going to get rid of the branch stuff over there. And then I'll probably do Garden 2 and Garden 3 stuff. But we'll talk about those when I get there. So let me get busy, and we will talk at you in a little while. My mums are coming up, or not coming up, they've been here all season, but they're blooming now. It's one of those nice things that add fall color. Other things are going off, and, they're just coming on. All right. Talk to you in a few. All right. Tied down. Again, not meant to last all year. I'll be using that pile routinely. But I did on all the others as well. Because you figure I'll finish this pile before I move another one over. So all the corners are tied down. Helps keep the rain off when the wind's blowing. Thunderstorms, whatever. And I get to look at the house for a second. Don't need the license plate in the video. And look, it's all clear. All clear, all clean. All the small stuff's in the burn pit. Large stuff's on the kindling rack. So, now it's off to the next project. After we play for a second. Did the Kitty Blaze get the panda bear? Did you go get Kitty Blaze? Did you go get the kitty? Did you go get the kitty? It's the kitty get the panda bear. Kitty doesn't like it when you bark. All right, y'all. Talk to you in a few. Supervisor's here telling me to get to work. Today is going to be all about Garden 2. Again, it's a day that I've got the whole day to be here, which is awesome. So what are we going to do? Everything. I'm going to trim around all the grass and the weeds that have gotten inside where I don't have the plastic down yet. I've got a new roll and what's left of this other roll. I'm going to get my 3 pieces, the new outside pieces, cut to length. Does that make sense? And then kind of undo the entire fence. That way, again, the gate, instead of being up here where I'm harvesting leaning over downhill, which is crazy, move the gate to its, you can tell I need to weed. Move the gate so it's at this entrance. Does that make sense? So when I walk in on the entrance where I want to actually harvest. Does that make, and then move the gate down and around. And that also makes it so I walk by, I can shut the power supply off, open the gate. Instead of coming by, passing the gate, shut the power supply off, walking back to the gate. Again, I look for efficiencies, but that's just what my brain does. So, let me get in here and get busy. And I'll talk to you in a few. Typical supervisor. Watching me do all the work. Ain't lifting a paw to help. What's up with that? So, got my pieces all cut out. That's one of them laying there. There's another one for the back row. This is where this one is going to get placed. Zoom out a little. There you go. So you can see that it overlaps with the top one that I already had in place. And the goal is so when I will mow a straight line up. Does that make sense? And then go over and it'll be a straight line over because this one will come out farther and get tucked under. And it'll conform with where the edges for all the gardens, so it'll go straight down so I don't have all the grass growing up here on the ends. Don't have all the bricks for here yet, so I'll end up covering that with some cardboard for this winter, throwing a couple other logs on it until I get more bricks. Whew! Alright, so I'm still kind of calculating this out. I think that end this corner needs to go that way a little. Does that make sense? Because from standing here, this green line doesn't go down where it should. It looks like it curves in and it should stay straight down. So again, still have some adjustments to do. That's why I've got rocks holding it in place. I've not started tacking it. And once I start tacking the top, and then I'll burn the edges so it fits, you know, directly against the bricks where it's supposed to, all the way down. So let me continue. Like I said, this is going to be an all-day project. I knew it would be, but now's the time to do it before I get excessive amount of fall leaves. You know, get it in, get it done, get it weeded. So when it's time to come out here and blow, I can just blow. The asparagus that's fallen over, I'll end up clipping that back. I mean, it is all about Garden 2 today. So let me keep on keeping on. Supervisor's telling me she needs a break. You okay, baby? I don't know if she got a fly or a wasp or... I don't know. She was snapping there for a minute. Anyway, she's telling me it's time for a break. So the upper corner here is not tacked down yet. I don't want to tack it down until I tack it down with this corner. Does that make sense? I want to tack the corners down at the same time. Otherwise, the bottom half of this is all tacked down. It's as tacked as it's going to get for right now. Up until that tack right there, because that's where this T-post kind of goes below that, but above the next one over there. Does that make sense? That way the metal tacks aren't impeding with the electric fence. The upper half of this is all tacked down, and I have a couple of tacks on the bottom so it's walkable. But I need to go ahead and get this corner set. How do I say that? So I can measure and make sure that this side of the fence is where it needs to be. Does that make sense? On the fabric, because that puts this in a foot and a half, almost 2 feet inside, which allows that one to come down 2 feet. Because right now it's about there, and about 2 feet puts it so there's a small walkway on this side, which is fine. I typically don't use this back corner except for when I'm blowing leaves. And then because I zigzag those two in, does that make sense? There's plenty of walkway there. So I think I got it right. But instead of waiting till, how do I say it, till I have all of the fence done and realize that I've screwed something up, I need to start it now so there's only 3 fence posts that if I have to pull up, you know, we're good type thing. Anyway, Supervisor said, let's go inside, Mommy. Let's go get some lunches. So we're going to take a break for a minute. Not too long. They're telling me in about an hour and a half it's going to rain. It can rain. It's all right. I'll go put that one in here and stick some logs on it. I've got some logs across the top, and I've got a bucket there with dirt in it, and the rocks that I was holding this down as I was measuring. That makes sense. It'll hold that piece down should it rain and I'm not done. So that's the thought process. Let's go get some lunch. Miss Payne and I will talk to you in a minute. Oh, yes. So, woven fabric is all down, all the way around. Yay, fence has been moved. It is tapped back in all the way around. What I don't have are my, I don't have the T-post back in yet. I'm gonna do that tomorrow. 6:30. I'm tired. So I've got the T-post laying at the corners. And I'll put them back in tomorrow. And again, most of that is just so, not so it's tight, but so it's taut. Does that make sense? That it pulls both left and right. Picks up any excess slack that's in the tops. And by picking up the extra slack, it tends not to droop and then ground out on the ground, on the fabric. So, and then what it does is I can come now, I can turn off the power. It's on right now. Open the gate and go straight in the first aisle. You know? Do what I need to do. Walk out. It's rather awesome. So, having said that, I'm done for the evening. I'm gonna put the tools that I don't need tomorrow away. Leave the rest of it in the gorilla cart under the awning. and going to make some dinner. So, having said that, y'all have a great day. And I will talk to you later.